Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a little bit of a deep one, so stick with me here. The hardest part about being on a GLP-1 has nothing to do with the food. It's not the appetite loss, it's not the side effects. It's what happens after food stops being your coping mechanism. And no one can really prepare you for that. When I started on my GLP-1 journey, I thought it was just going to be all physical, right? You take the injection, you lose weight, and then you're on your way to being a better, healthier version of yourself. But what caught me off guard is how emotional this journey has been. Food used to be like my comfort, my reward, my joy, and suddenly like all of that is gone. And I really don't think I stopped to think about these things until I actually started this YouTube channel. And so I have been discovering a lot of this. When all of that's gone, you're just left with your thoughts. So if you've ever used food to cope, like even just casually, GLP-1s completely takes that off the table. Now, when you're stressed, you don't want food. If you're sad, food doesn't hit the same way. Or now when you're bored, eating is literally just pointless, like it feels pointless. And at first that sounds like a good thing, right? But the truth is you're not just losing weight, you're losing a coping tool. And when you don't know how to replace it, or if you don't replace it with like something healthier, you feel a little lost. And again, this is all coming from like my personal experience. I make these videos so you guys feel like you're not alone if you're going through this as well, because when I was going originally through my journey, I didn't see a lot of these types of videos on YouTube because when you are in it, you might not realize it, but this is not just a weight loss journey. This is a mental health and a healing journey as well. And what hit me the hardest was kind of the identity shifts that happen when you're on this GLP-1 journey, because when your habits change, your identity starts to change too. You're not the snacker anymore. You're not the one that finishes your kids' leftovers, and your entire day doesn't revolve around food anymore. And I know that sounds freeing, and that's exactly what we sign up for, but it is so disorienting when it happens to you, because if that's not who I am anymore, like who am I? And you might start to notice things, at least this is what I've noticed, is that you don't connect with people the same way that you used to. Some of your routines might feel like unfamiliar, and even like your personality can feel different because your personality is changing. And this can be uncomfortable, but this is where the growth happens. One of the most awkward parts are now social situations. I am lucky in the fact that I work from home, so socially I don't really interact with a lot of adults other than just my parents and my husband and my children. Day to day I interact online because I work remote with my other remote team members and my manager and stuff like that. We do video calls and stuff. It's way different than being in person though, or if you're in the office. We do meet once a year, but that's usually like in the late summer or fall. So day to day, it kind of doesn't affect me as much, but when I do go out, when I do see my friends who kind of live far away, but when we do get the chance to get together, this is kind of when these things are brought more to my attention. Like now we go out and I'm the one that's barely eating my food. Or you might get people that comment like, oh, that's all you're eating? Aren't you hungry? Aren't you still hungry? And feeling like I have to explain myself. Early on in the journey, I was a little ashamed and embarrassed to tell people that I started on a GLP-1. But the more that I thought about it, the more kind of empowered and emboldened and confident I felt about sharing. And especially, like, I am such an open book. And I kept telling myself that I need to be honest and open with people because there's nothing to be ashamed of in using this tool to help you live a more healthy, long life for myself, for my kids, for my family. Like who should be ashamed of that? No one. But you realize that food is such a big part of being social and like social life. So when your relationship with food changes, your relationship or how you interact socially is going to change too. You might want to skip events. You might feel out of place. I know I have during my journey. Or like you might feel the pressure to eat more than what you want or what your body is telling you to eat. And navigating all of this and finding the confidence and like how to put your foot down with yourself and with your friends and your coworkers It takes time. And here's the real talk, right? Like when you lose weight, you face yourself. All the habits, all of the emotions, all the patterns, they just don't disappear because they're all in your mind. They just become more visible. And that can be uncomfortable, but it is also incredibly powerful to realize this, because this is where the change happens. All of these patterns are revealed to you, and you know, they might have been hidden for years and years and years, but now the GLP-1 is pulling back that mask, and you can really see what bad habits you have been doing for years or your entire life. And now when I tell people that I'm on a GLP-1, I really try to explain that it's not just about the weight loss. This is a huge mental shift and a huge step when people decide to get on a GLP-1, that you are changing your life. And it is not just physical health, it is mental health, it is emotional health, it is brain health, it is habits, it's everything. It's so much more than just a number on a scale. So if you're on your GLP-1 journey and you've been feeling this way, I want you to know that you're not alone. This is the part of the journey that actually changes your life. And if you can work through this part, the physical weight loss is just a bonus. So tell me down in the comments, what has been the hardest part for you mentally or emotionally? I really want to open this up in the comments. Please tell me your stories. I love reading your comments. I read every single one. And if you see somebody else's comment that resonates with yours, please respond to them. Like I said in multiple videos, I want to create this really encouraging community here with you guys. And I want you guys to know that like we're all in this together. We're all pretty much going through the same thing. I know it can feel like a very lonely journey, but I promise we're probably all going through the same thing or having the same thoughts race through our mind. And if we can all come together in one place, if you're watching this video, give it a like, because it actually might help send this video, you know, somebody else's way that might be feeling this way and they haven't found me yet. Make sure you're subscribed, because I will be coming out with more kind of like mental health type GLP-1 videos. These are the types of videos that I like watching on YouTube, or I have searched to try to watch on YouTube, and maybe I haven't found it, so maybe that's why I'm making this video. But again, subscribe, because if you just want real, honest GLP-1 content from a normal millennial mom who sits in her kitchen talking to her camera, then you're in the right place. And here on this channel, I want to make sure we talk about it all: the mental, the emotional, the physical, and everything in between. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.